Hello, dear aspirants. This is Shahzaib Chandio. I have done my master's in political science from Punjab University, Lahore. I qualified the combined competitive examinations 2019 conducted by Sindh Public Service Commission and was allocated to the post of Mukhtiar Kar. Apart from that, I have a decade-long experience of teaching various compulsory and optional subjects for CSS and PMS. So this is one of my lectures on gender studies, and its topic is the third wave feminism. So discussing the origin of third wave feminism, the third wave feminism emerged in 1990s, reacting to the perceived shortcomings of second wave. Actually, it focused on the intersectionality, embracing diversity and experiences of women of color, LGBT individuals and other marginalized groups. The key figure Rebecca Walker is credited with coining the theme, I am the third wave, and this was actually her essay with the title which she wrote and published in 1992. The key demands of third wave feminism were, the third wave feminism emerged in 1990s as I discussed, and focusing on the diversity and individualism. It challenged the idea that all women share the same experiences and emphasized the importance of intersectionality, considering how race, class, and sexuality and other identities intersect with gender. Key demands included more inclusive representation, sexual freedom, challenging the traditional gender roles. It also advocated for recognizing the voices of marginalized groups. And the key proponents of third wave feminism were the Rebecca Walker, Judith Butler, Kimberly Crenshaw, and others. They emphasized the intersectionality, focusing on how race, gender, class, and sexuality intersect. They also challenged the traditional roles, fought for sexual liberation, and advocated for the rights of marginalized groups, pushing feminism beyond the experiences of white middle class women. And discussing the important events of third wave feminism, the first is Anita Hill testimony 1991. Anita Hill's testimony in 1991 was a pivotal moment for third wave feminism. She accused Supreme Court nominee Clarence Thomas of sexual harassment, detailing her experience while working with him. Hill's courage in speaking out brought national attention to workplace harassment and the challenges women face when reporting it. Her testimony sparked widespread discussions on gender power, sexual harassment, inspiring many women to share their own stories. Second is Riot Girl movement, early 1990s. The Riot Girl movement, a part of third wave feminism in the early 1990s, was a punk rock and feminist movement led by young women. Bands like Bikini Kill used music to express anger about sexism, violence, and inequality. They encouraged girls to speak out, create their own culture, and fight against oppression. Riot Girls combined music, art, and activism, pushed for female empowerment and challenging traditional gender roles. And the beauty myth by Naomi Wolf, the beauty myth, and she wrote this book in 1990. It is a key text in the third wave feminism. Wolf argues that society pressures women to achieve an unrealistic standard of beauty, which limits their power and freedom. And she claims that this beauty of myth is used to control women and keeping them focused on their appearance instead of their ambitions. The book challenged how beauty standards harm women's self-esteem and equality. And another event is the emergence of intersectionality. The intersectionality emerged during the third wave feminism, and it's a concept given by Kimberly Crenshaw. She's a coiner of this term in 1990s. It showed that women of color and other marginalized groups face unique forms of discriminations. Third wave feminists use intersectionality to address the varied, complex struggles of all women. And then comes the emergence of feminist websites and blogs. So during third wave and feminism, the rise of feminist websites and blogs in 1990s and 2000 provided a platform for diverse voices to share their views. And sites like Jazzbeel and Feministing allowed feminists to discuss issues like gender, sexuality, and politics in real time, reaching a global audience. And there was another event that was Slut Walk in 2011. Slut Walk began in 2011 in Toronto as a part of third wave feminism, sparked by a police officer's remark that women should avoid dressing like sluts to prevent rape. In response, women organized marches called Slut Walks to protest victim blaming and sexual violence. participants often dressed proactively, aimed at reclaim the word slut and demand respect regardless of appearance. And there was another event that was increased focus on LGBT issues. During third wave feminism, there was a stronger focus on LGBT issues, recognizing that gender and sexual identity are interconnected. Feminists began to advocate more for the rights of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender individuals, challenging the hetero normativity and traditional gender roles. This was emphasized inclusivity, fighting for equality, not just for women but for all marginalized groups. And another movement that was significant movement started in 2006, Me Too movement, and by Tarana Burke, and the popularized in 2017 is a powerful part of third wave feminism. So this movement encourages people to share their experiences of sexual harassment and assault, aiming to raise awareness and demand accountability. The movement gained widespread attention when celebrities and ordinary people alike spoke out, highlighting their bad with them in the sexual misconduct and harassment. Then debate on pornography and sex work. And third wave, the debate on pornography and sex work involves different views on whether these practices empower or exploit women. Some feminists argue that pornography and sex work can be empowering when they are when they are controlled by individuals and involved, and others believe they often perpetuate harmful stereotypes and exploitation. And the key slogans of third wave feminism include the empowering women and the emphasizing the need for women to have control over their life and choices. My body, my choice, advocates for reproductive rights and bodily autonomy. The feminism is for everyone, promotes inclusivity, stressing that women should support people all genders, race and backgrounds and fight for equality. So these were the key slogans. And the consent is key is also was a slogan of third wave. And the key achievements, discussing the achievements of third wave. The key achievements of third wave feminism include increased awareness and legal protections against sexual harassment and assault, like the passing of Violence Against Women Act. The movement also led to gender visibility and rights for LGBTQ individuals and marginalized groups. It promoted a more inclusive feminism, addressing issues like intersectionality and body positivity. It also encouraged diverse voices to shape the feminist discourse and activism. And now, to have a critical appraisal of third wave feminism, the criticism of third wave feminism often focuses on its perceived lack of focus on broader social issues, with some arguing it became too focused on individual empowerment rather than systematic change. Critics also claim it sometimes overlooks the class and race issues, emphasizing personal choices over collective struggle. And additionally, the movement diversity and inclusivity goals can be seen as a challenge to achieve uniformity, and leading to the debate about its effectiveness and unity. So it's all about the third wave feminism, and keep on watching the videos for future lectures on gender studies and its other topics. So thank you for listening patiently.